I just wanted to share with you today on day 3 of our Wandering in the Wilderness, Finding Peace in Grief Healing series, what has helped me to affirm grief. Now, I have to admit, during my grief and just the idea of affirming grief, it was something foreign to me. I'm familiar with affirmations and what it means to affirm, meaning that you're going to state something as fact, as though it's already happening right now. But when I think of affirming grief, as you may, it's not something that you want to state as fact. In fact, it's difficult to even accept or acknowledge the grief of whatever it may be, whether that is pregnancy loss, divorce, grieving the loss of a loved one, losing a job, whatever that loss may be. Our natural instinct is to fight that. Our brain doesn't know what to do with that information. It's viewed as a threat, and so the idea to affirm it can seem a little foreign. And in that process of learning to affirm, what it is learning how to connect your mind and your body again. Because trauma disconnects us from our bodies. Our bodies may even begin to feel foreign. And so affirmations are a way to connect the mind and the body again while you're experiencing something very traumatic. And your affirmations, they should be honorable, meaning that they honor the loss as well as the present moment, what you are actually feeling. They shouldn't be something so, far-fetched that it's not who you are at your core, but affirmations should be gently allowing you to think clearly, to activate the logical part of your brain, although your emotions may not quite be there yet. And so what I wanted to do today is share with you one of my journals. I have several, but this one in particular is called Soul Affirmations. And it is written by Felicia Gangloff Bailey. And what I love about this affirmation journal, it is for, and it even says it in the title, Soul Affirmations, a toolkit for mothers who are investigating grief's process. I love that word, investigating, because if you've experienced pregnancy loss, it's something that you don't know what to do with those emotions, with those feelings, with this expectation that you had for all this time, and now it's gone. And so it is an investigation. It's a learning process. And what am I going to do with all of these emotions, with these feelings, with this love? And it's not written in any particular format, which is another thing that I love, because from day to day, your emotions, you just ride that roller coaster. But this particular journal, even in the foreword, Dr. Bailey, because that is her name, she mentions that she's still learning. She says, in my search, I found that no glass breaks the same. Still, I learned I was not the only one broken. In fact, finding mothers at different walks of loss helped me to grieve. It was the fearless and courageous telling of their truths that empowered me and helped me to put the pieces of my identity and accept my becoming an angel mother. So, I don't know if you're familiar with Felicia Gangloff Bailey and Kariga Bailey. They shared their story on OWN's Black Love series. So if you haven't watched it, I encourage you to go watch it. And what I love about them is their vulnerability in sharing their experience with pregnancy loss, especially from a father's perspective, because Kariga, and I shared his quote on my Instagram a little while ago, he said that grief is love with nowhere to go. I'll say that again. Grief is love with nowhere to go. And for a man to be able to put into words what grief what pregnancy loss is in particular is like I found to be so impressive and vulnerable. So today I'm going to share with you one of my entries. This is something very personal, but I'm sharing it with you because I want to be able to make this like an open forum. And the most comforting thing that there is in grief is to know that you are not alone. And so I'm sharing this with you because I want you to know, if you have experienced in pregnancy loss in particular, in any form, that you're not alone. And so today I'm going to share with you my entry. As you can see, I'll show you just a little bit here. Each entry comes with an affirmation, and then there's blank pages on the blank lines on the other side where you get to write your entry. So it's kind of a little bit of a prompt, but it's free flowing, free writing, which I love in a journal. So the affirmation says, as each emotion arises, I acknowledge, name, and make space to understand it. Understanding more about myself and what grief has come to teach me is an act of self-love. So that is the affirmation, and now I'm going to share with you what my reflection was. And you can see here, it was, I don't know if you can see it, but it was November 3rd of last year when I made this entry. I experienced pregnancy loss in April of last year, and my due date would have been November 28th. And so this was right around the time where all of my emotions were really at their core, because I knew that I would have been expecting my child at that time. So my reflection was, some days I mourn so deeply that I wish I'd never been pregnant. Not really, but the pangs of sorrow grab hold of me so tightly at random moments that I ache miserably. Trying to busy myself doesn't take the pain away. In fact, it intensifies the anxiety of sudden emotions. What I realized is that the only thing that ever mattered most was family, being a mother. None of the corporate achievements, certifications, or accolades matter. I love hard. I fall in love fully and wholly. I imagined my life as a mother from the moment I saw the word pregnant. My body holds all the love that I long to give. In my grief, I am seeking to find somewhere to put all of this love that I am holding, because it's bigger than me. Bigger than I ever imagined a feeling could be. I don't know how I will go on living with this massive amount of love, but I am learning to be patient with myself, to be patient with healing. Seeking meaning, purpose, or anything outside of myself is futile. I'm learning to go inward and wait for love's lesson. So just reading that again just sparks up even more emotion as I just reflect on how raw those emotions are. They still are for me in experiencing pregnancy loss. So affirmations have been a lifeline for me because they allowed me to examine what love means to me and what love will continue to mean to me. Even as I shared a few days ago on my social, is that even my therapist has helped me to appreciate that I am a mother. That whether it was 8 weeks, 8 days, 8 months, 18 years, 88 years, losing a child is painful. And so in these affirmations, what I encourage you to do, first of all, if you've experienced pregnancy loss, I encourage you to get this book, Soul Affirmations by Felicia Gangloff Bailey. I'll put it in my stories as well afterwards. But also, I encourage you to build a tribe of people that you can share your story with, to share affirmations with, to affirm the love that you still have. I don't say had. My child isn't living, but she's always a part of me. And so that love continues to grow even. And finding a way to share that love with others is what I affirm, is that I am a mother, and learning what love means to me, what grief is teaching me, is an act of self-love. And so I see that someone very special is trying to join my live. And so I'm going to go ahead and on your end. Let's see if we can get this together. Hello, Mother.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I wasn't expecting to be putting on the spotlight, but
let me turn the volume up a little bit. Okay.
I really enjoyed what you were saying today. I feel your hurt. You know, I was there with you, so I know what you went through there. And I like the way that you said you still are a mother, which you are. You know, you've always had that caring spirit.
Thank you. Yeah, I can say one thing for sure, that motherhood in any form has taught me to appreciate mothers. So I appreciate you and all that you've done for me.
Well, thank you. You know, I've always tried to be, they used to call me the mother hen because I was always, tried to always be there for all of you, you know. Excuse me. Excuse my voice. The weather out here is really getting bad. It's messing up my allergies.
Why do you don't have enough light on you? Are you in your living room?
No, I'm sitting, yeah, you know, my light is not bright enough.
You're fine. I'm just saying it's not facing you, but I can see you. What's the weather today?
It's going back into the triple digits. I think it's supposed to be, look at it and see what the temperature is.
So my mom is in Arizona, you guys, and I am in Michigan, although I used to live in Arizona. So she's in the desert.
Well, it's 97 today, but it's supposed to be going back up into the triple digits. But the it's starting to rain. We're just kicking up dust more.
Yeah.
You know how it is when it rains out here.
Right. Right.
And so I'm feeling it in my throat. Talking and everything. Trying to, every few minutes I'm clearing my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I just happened to jump on Instagram and see that you were on. So
this is what happens, guys, when you teach your mother how to use social media.
Well, you know, you could teach me all day long. I'm still not gonna get it.
Well, you on here, so you got something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to let you in because I knew you weren't going to stop requesting until I said yes.
Well, I only requested one time. I mean, it was still sitting there.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. So I was just listening to you.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to stay on long anyway, so I just wanted to stop in and see.
Okay.
And say hi. Keep up.
Alrighty, well, that's going to be the end of what I wanted to share today. Breaking down the word peace over these 5 weeks, and we started with P, which means giving yourself permission to feel all of your emotions. Next with E was to embrace the learning experience of grief and all that comes with it, and not resist it, because that has an impact on our physical bodies as well. And today is affirm, which means to state as a fact or to support emotionally someone, in this case yourself, as you are experiencing grief. Next week will be C, which is my favorite letter of this series, which is connect. So we will be discussing on how important it is to connect. And it's interesting. It's not just connecting with others, but even connecting with yourself in your past. So that's what we'll be discussing next week. And I will see you all then.
All right. Bye-bye. Love you.
You too.
Bye-bye.